Yes, today is our seventh day of our special lecture, and now I'd like to share my screen. Yeah, but you can hear me, right? It's okay.
Yes po, clear po.
Okay. So, yes. Okay. You can see my screen.
Yes po.
Thank you. So, the title of our sharing today is Total and Cosmic Salvation. Yeah. So, this topic is personally very, very close to my heart, and is also one of the reasons that up until now I really do my best to stay in the front line of God's providence, because of this understanding, because of this kind of concept that I learned from our true parents. So I'd like to share this with you, my beloved brothers and sisters. Are you ready? So once again, let's give a big round of applause to our beloved true parents who really guided us and stand in the position as the true parents of humankind, expressing our love to us, even though we don't really understand it deeply. Our beloved true parents are indeed the true parents of all humankind. Their love is so immense, so amazing, and I'm really, really very, very deeply grateful and indebted to them. Okay. So, in the Bible, in John 3:16, we can read, "For God so loved the world that he gave his only Son, that whoever believes in him should not perish, but have eternal life." You should know that God gave his only Son because he loved the world so much, not because he loved the church so much, uh-huh, not because he loved so far that people of faith haven't realized what the true standard of salvation of the world is. Yes, so this is true father speech. True father speech. So, why we need to love the world? Why? This is very, very amazing. How do you say? Deep question for me, personally. Let me continue. In order to save fallen human beings who became Satan's servants of servants into God's servants of servants, God's Jongsong needs to exceed that of any sovereign or subject in Satan's world. Otherwise, God can't save anybody. That is because Satan will accuse God, no, saying, God, who created heaven and earth? You need to stand in front of humankind with the best standard. You need to set conditions more than I do. If you save someone with your Jongsong, which is less than my Jongsong, that redemption cannot be perfected. Wow, Satan is really very wise, no? Using the principle for his own benefit. So he's saying that humankind belong to me. So if you want to save humankind, you should love them more than I love them, right? Something like that. You should what, offer more conditions and pay the price if you want to take them back. Is that correct? Satan always say like this, no, to God. That's why anyone who would like to save this world, uh, anyone who would like to become God's instrument to save this world, cannot just go the normal life, normal way of life in this fallen world. We have to go through the really right, very, very difficult path. Huh? So this question is very important. Why do we need to save the world? Even saving ourselves is very difficult. Why do we need to save the world? So let's see. Based on God's original plan, we know that God created Adam and Eve with mind and body, isn't it? So we're supposed to unite our mind and body, become child of God, as the child of God. And then as we grow up, As Adam and Eve grow up, then build a God-centered family, expand this foundation, and build a God-centered society, a God-centered nation, eventually realizing one world family, which is the kingdom of heaven on earth. Isn't it? So this is the original ideal, the original plan of God. However, we know that because of the fall, Satan followed the same principle actually. How did he do that? Satan, through Adam and Eve, expanded a fallen family, establishing a fallen family that belongs to his lineage, where individual, as individual, Adam and Eve, their mind and body fight each other, because the body became the subject, the mind became the object, and finally, the mind and the body fight each other, and this kind of fighting within the individual expanded to become a family. So it becomes a problematic family, problematic society, problematic nation, a problematic world. That is the world that we are living in today. We have been like this for the longest time, living in this kind of chaotic world. So, uh, if somebody want to save this world, you cannot imagine how difficult it is. Almost an impossible task, actually. So let me uh, say this again, which is the obvious. What is that obvious? The society is bigger than my family. It's obvious, right? The nation is bigger than my family. The world and the cosmos is bigger than my family. So the reality in our world today is that we join the blessing, right? We are blessed families, and then our family belongs to God. But those who did not join the blessing by lineage, they belong to Satan. We know that based on the principle. So, uh, on God's side, we are blessed families. And then our goal supposedly is that we have to expand to build a blessed tribe, then a blessed nation, and then a restored nation, a restored world, and a restored cosmos. That's the path we have to take, right? So, but uh, as blessed families, it's so difficult to survive. Huh? So we tend to focus more on our family. We tend to focus more on our own blessed families. So the situation is, who will take charge of saving your tribe? Who will take charge of saving our nation if we just focus on our family? And the bigger problem is that if we can only save our family and we become successful in practicing true love in our family, we have a happy family where husband and wife love each other, children love each other, parents and children love each other. We establish a God-centered, amazing, blessed family. We became successful in establishing such a beautiful family. If we cannot change the society, we cannot change the Philippines, we cannot change the world, I tell you, the society is bigger than our family. If the society is still evil, if the nation is still evil, which means around us there are still hold-uppers, kidnappers, drug addicts, rapists, killers, criminals, corrupt government officials, corrupt media, corrupt businessmen. If we still have this kind of society around us, even though our family is blessed, our family is ideal, I tell you, brothers and sisters, anytime our beautiful, blessed families can be destroyed by the evil society, the evil nation, and the evil world, simply because the society is bigger than my family. The nation is bigger than my family. The world is bigger than my family. The cosmos is bigger than my family. So if we cannot restore our tribe, if we cannot restore our society, our nation, and the world, that that society, that evil nation, that evil world will destroy our good families. And our blessed family maybe will last only for maybe 2 generations, 3 generations. After that, After that, our good families in the third generation may be influenced by the evil society. And finally, it goes back to become a fallen family. It cannot go on from generation to generation. It will be destroyed by the evil society. It will be influenced by the evil nation. So this is a problem, right? Just like now, the reality in our movement, even though we joined the blessing, but our second generations, now they were influenced by the outside world. And finally, they don't want to join our even our movement, our church even anymore. And then they don't want even to join the blessing. And then they just marry outside, not connecting to our movement. What will happen? Going back. No? We go back. Our lineage will go back to the fallen world because we will die. We're getting older, isn't it? This is this is the situation. The next generation, they cannot connect, no, to our movement, to true parents, even to the lineage, maintaining the lineage through the blessing, because they were influenced by the evil society, the evil nation, and the evil world. This is the reality we're facing now. So what should we do? This is very, very crucial question, isn't it? So look, let's read this again. Let's see. What is the will of God's providence of salvation? What is God's providence? It is to save the world. What is God's purpose for establishing religions? It is to save all people of the world. Everyone, if a religion forgets its purpose of saving the world, that religion will perish. Its families will be ruined. It is said like that. Our blessed families will be ruined. Our religion will perish. And the nation will be ruined as well if we cannot save the world. Hmm? So those who don't love their nation cannot go to the kingdom of heaven. Those who don't love the world cannot go to the kingdom of heaven either. If you only love your church, you cannot go to the kingdom of heaven. Look at that. That's why, brothers and sisters, we need to save the world. We need to save all people. This is the external reason why we have to save all people. So what should be our goal? What do you think is God's goal? Mhm. The goal of God and me should be what? Total salvation. Why? Because when we live as an individual, as a child, we can be as a good person. We can be a filial child to our family, a good citizen to the society, a hero or a patriot to the nation, and a saint to the world. And if we go to the level of cosmic, trying to save the cosmos, which includes the spirit world, then we can stand as the child of God. If you're a child of God, your mind will be just like God. And what is the mind of God? The mind of God is to save all of humankind. Why God is like that? Why? Because God is the parent of all humankind. You try to imagine, brothers and sisters. For example, even in this fallen world, there are like 10 children. You have 10 children. And then 9 children are very successful. One became engineer, professor, businessman, successful politician, successful kind of scientist or whatever, become really successful. 9 of them really happy and successful. Only one is not successful. That one person go to the hospital because he has COVID, he has what? AIDS, all kinds of sickness. He has high blood, and then he has diabetes. Oh my gosh, what's that? And then in the hospital, about to die. No? And then he suffered in his life. He did not become successful, even economically, even in any area. He is like a loser. And then sick. And then about to die. Now I tell you, uh, that parent of 10 children, do you think that parent is happy? Is he happy? If you use logic, mathematics, logic, if you use logic, 9 is successful. Only one is not successful, right? So 9, is 9 is already more than majority, right? So you use your mind, your logic. 9 is so many already. You should be happy. 9 are successful. Only one is not. If you use your mind, if you use your intellect, yeah, it's okay. You should be happy because 9 out of 10 are successful. But if you use the heart of a parent cannot be truly successful unless all his children are happy and successful. Isn't it? This is really, even in the Bible, it is written. There is this shepherd that has a 100 sheep, right? And then he tried to take care of this 100 sheep. And then when he tried to gather this sheep, he counted only 99. And then one is lost. What did the shepherd do? What? The shepherd left the 99 and then looked for the one lost sheep. And even though he suffered a lot walking here and there, trying to look for that lost sheep, he never gave up until he found that one lost sheep. 99 is greater than one, but he left the 99 to find the one lost sheep. This is the heart of a shepherd. Do you think it's the heart of a parent? Even more than the heart of a shepherd. Huh? So you can see, God is the parent of the 8 billion people of the world. If 7.999999 billion go to heaven, only blessing go to hell. For example, what do you think? Will God be happy? No, as the parent of humankind, God cannot be happy until all the 8 billion people of the world goes to heaven. This is the heart of a parent. So if we become sons and daughters of God and we become one in mind with God, one in heart with God, we should also think of saving the whole world, not only our family. This is the internal reason why we have to save the world, so that we can liberate God's heart. The external reason is that no matter how good our family will be, it will be destroyed by the evil society, the evil nation, and the evil world. But if we save the society, then our families will be protected. If we save the Philippines, then our tribe, our societies, our families will be protected. And then if we save the world, then our nation, the Philippines, will be protected, as well as other nations. If we save the cosmos, then we protect the world. And eventually, our blessed families, wonderful, ideal blessed families, will continue from generation to generation to generation without end. That is the goal of the kingdom of heaven on earth. Well, it can never go back to the satanic world. This is our goal. This is God's goal. Adju, total salvation. Without going the way of total salvation, we cannot be successful, brothers and sisters. Even though we are successful in 1 or 2 generations, our blessed families can have blessed children. Blessed children join the blessing and have grandchildren. Our grandchildren join the blessing and can have and blessed already. But if we cannot save our nation, our lineage, our blessed lineage, cannot survive. It can only survive until 4th or 5th generation probably. But in the next generation to come, they will be absorbed. They will be destroyed by the evil society, the evil nation, and the evil world. What should we do? With the life and death determination, with life and death resolve, we have to save the world. That's why True Mother said, witnessing, witnessing, witnessing. And you? Let me read this one. As troubled messiahs, all of you should create many citizens of heaven before you pass away. This is the most valuable thing, the most valuable wish you can make in your life. This ownership is your treasure. There has never been a person like this in the spirit world. Therefore, you must bring more than 100, even 1,000 people to the kingdom, so that later many of your friends can appear around you in the spirit world. Look at that. We must bring 1,000 people. That's why when we bless 430 couples, you multiply it by 2 as a couple, it's 860. And then add the children of these couples, there will be like 1,000 people. right? So if we take care of our 430 couples, we're just like taking care of 1,000 people. And when we make them members and understand the principle and accept true parents, we can have 1,000 members under you. You can have more than 1,000 spiritual children. If we have more than 1,000 spiritual children, according to True Father, we become they will become our treasure, isn't it? Most valuable treasure. So now, how do we take care of 430 couples? We take care of 43 couples, isn't it? We take care of 43 couples. We have to educate them, raise them up to become members, and they become our spiritual children. So we start with 43 couples, almost 100 people. So if we take care of them really well, then they can become what? Sons and daughters of God who will also do witnessing. When they do witnessing also, and they become also Chonbo couples, then many, many people can be under us. And we become what? Victorious, tribal messiahs. That's why our true mother guide us to do this way. To really get this treasure while we are still alive on this earth, before we die, before we pass away. We have to really leave behind this kind of legacy that we have 1,000 members under us, 1,000 spiritual children. This is true parents' wish and desire for all of us. And through this, we can save all people on earth. You see, I'm talking about earth here. So now it's not easy to take care of these 1,000 people. Not easy to take care of these 43 couples, right? Not easy. At least, if we cannot really take care of them well, at least we should have a list of the names of these 43 couples and pray for them, isn't it? Pray for them, mentioning their names in our prayer. At least we do like this. If we cannot really take care of them, we don't have money, but you can pray and put them in the list and pray for them. So it's not a reason that we don't have money, we cannot take care of them. At least we have to pray. We offer devotion for them. How to offer devotion for them that is really most effective in our time today? We have to offer sincere devotion in Chonshimwon. Why in Chonshimwon? Because in Chonshimwon, the heart of Heavenly Parent and the heart of true parents are there. So if we offer devotion in Chonshimon, the most incredible, highest level of Jongsong is being made by you towards your spiritual children. That's why attending the vigil prayer is, my goodness, an opportunity never given to any human being in the history of humankind for all of eternity. Because we are the people who are alive here now, together with True Mother on earth. This will never happen again in the history of humankind. For eternity, never come back again. Only now, this can be made possible because True Mother is still alive on earth. So why do we need to save the world? It is for the whole purpose. What is the whole purpose? God's total happiness, isn't it? Once a parent of 10 children can really see all his 10 children are happy and successful, that parent is truly happy. God is the same. 8 billion people in the spiritual world, and the billions of people in the spiritual world, once all of them are saved, our Heavenly Parent will be totally liberated. Not only God will be happy, but all of humankind will be happy, including those in the spirit world. And what is the individual purpose of going this way? We can accumulate treasure from heaven, and we become honorable families of Chonilguk. Do you want to have 1,000 spiritual children, brothers and sisters? It's not easy to even to have one, right? So doing 1,000 is almost impossible, right? But can you really have 1,000 spiritual children? Is it possible? Yes. How? By joining Chanyang Yoksa session. My gosh. By doing ancestor liberation and blessing. Isn't it? By doing ancestor liberation and blessing, you liberate 430 generations from the father side, mother side, grandmother on mother side, grandmother on father side. Wow. More than 3,000 spiritual children you have already. By joining Chanyang Yok session, evil spirits in our bodies are liberated, and then they are blessed, and they become also absolute good spirits. Thousands. We can have thousands of spiritual children spiritually, spiritual spirit person, spiritual children by simply joining Chonbo event. That's why we should never miss Chonbo events, brothers and sisters, most especially the La Union, November 25 to 26 Chonbo event. We should not miss this. This is an incredible opportunity to have 1,000 spiritual children. So even though you are poor, even though you don't have money, you have to find a way. At least we have 1,000 spirit persons, spiritual children. And then much better if we can really raise up 430 blessed couples in our HTM area and have 1,000 spiritual children on earth before we die. What an amazing opportunity. Yes or no? This is the way of saving the world. So also, let's talk about Chonbo 1 and Chonbo couples here. What is Chonbo 1? Our beloved True Mother made this Chonbo 1, May 26, 2017. I have declared that I will build the Chonbo 1 in Chongpyong. All of your names must be registered there. You have to know that you are in the position that is blessed by God. True Mother said like this. What is Chonbo 1? Basically, in this building, a computer system is set up where our records will be placed. You know, this computer system where there's a database system, when we do ancestor liberation and blessing, this is really, really very, very, what they call expensive. I myself, as a Chonbo staff, I discovered this, just updating this software that keeps our ancestor liberation record. Do you know how much? Just updating it. We even spend more than $4 million just for this software updating. And in this software, just like the internet setup, our records are kept there. And our future generation, more than 1,000 years in the future, they can see and retrieve the records of their ancestors through this computer system. Chonbo 1 has this kind of system, brothers and sisters. So even the pictures where you're doing activities centering on True Mother, it will be kept there, and it can be seen by the future generation, even thousands of years, in the future. They can still see this record through the Chonbo 1. So if we registered in Chonbo 1, we will never be forgotten in the history of humankind, because your name will be placed there. You can be the pictures also will be placed there through the Sunhak Historical Committee. They kept the pictures of all the activities we're having in our nation. So that's why, brothers and sisters, whenever there is picture taking, you should show your face in the picture taking. What kind of your shy type cannot do like this? Yeah, if you do Chunsimon vigil, for example, there in Cagayan de Oro, you have to take the picture. Take the picture, and then submit to headquarters. And then we report to Chonbo, Korea, and then historical committee, also keep the record of these pictures, so that 1,000 years in the future, our descendants can see your picture attending Chonsimon vigil, every day. But you are not submitting your picture to Asia branch of Chonbo, so we cannot include your pictures in the weekly report. We're doing weekly report, so you have to submit good pictures also. If your picture not good picture, it cannot be included in the report. Why will we include the not so good picture in the report? Cannot. You have to invest in a good camera, and then make good pictures, and then submit to Rose as a Chonbo staff in the Philippines. And finally, we can keep a record, and submit to headquarters. And these pictures can be kept in the historic Sonhak, no, historical record, and finally it can be placed in the in a database, and then thousands of years in the future, your face will be seen there by our descendants, through this system of Chonbo 1 made by True Mother. My goodness, no? Brothers and sisters, make report, okay? Okay, so we can become registered as Heavenly Tribal Messiah victors through this Chonbo 1, right? So we have to really become Chonbo couples. Nobody should be left behind. We have to complete the 430 generation of ancestor blessing. We have to complete the tribal blessing of 430 couples and meet all the requirements. And finally, we can be registered as a Chonbo couple, and our names will be recorded in the database in Chonbo 1, including the reports and the pictures, because we attend always activities, no, especially Chonsimon Vigil, where the picture every week we submit to Korea, and then you can be seen there, no, by the future generation, even thousands of years now, past already. Aju, and then our pictures here, as you can see in Chonbo 1, it can be placed here. The registration of Heavenly Tribal Messiah Victor's Hall in Chonbo 1. It can be placed here, not only here, but actually in the computer system database and the pictures file. No? If, in fact, the pictures of every Chonbo couple that is registered, you can see here, no? In this hall, special hall in Chonbo 1. So, True Mother said, what's this? I will make the Chonilguk Chonbo 1 here at this training center, where your descendants, thousands, even 10,000 generations, no, in the future, would say, I am so proud of my ancestors because they saw your picture, no? Thousands of years, 10,000 years in the future. I am truly grateful and honored. It will remain for eternity. I'm making this for you. True Mother, invest millions of dollars in this kind of database computer system so that our database and our pictures will be stored in this spatial computer system that can be seen thousands of years, thousands of generations in the future. Not you? You have to really make good reports, okay? Pictures, huh? So if you become registered as a Chonbo couple, you can receive this spatial declaration with the seal of true parents saying that you are the person who have fulfilled your portion of responsibility. Nobody in the history of humankind has been recognized this way. No? But if you become Chonbo couple, registered Chonbo couple, your name will be placed in the database. Your pictures will be placed in the database that can be seen 10,000 generations in the future. And you can also have this kind of a spatial card, no? Chonbo membership card, Chonbo ID, no? Of Chonbo couples. And if you're holding this spatial card, you can have special discounts. No? I hope Jollibee can become one of the company who will offer discounts. You just show this picture, you can have a 50% discount in the future. I don't know. We need a lot of witnessing to do. And then this also an award box, Chonbo award box, where you can have this special medal from True Mother, from True Parents, and also the special Chonbo uniform, the purple uniform. Okay. So finally, I'd like to read this, brothers and sisters. Let's read all together. We need to save the world. We need to send out missionaries to 120 nations until 1974. This is what must be done in order to prepare for this. I established 120 holy grounds. The responsibility for the restoration of the world rests on our shoulders. Look at that. We need to inevitably accomplish this. If we do not, if we need to fulfill it even in the spirit world. Kahit daw umabot tayo ng spiritual world, gawin pa rin natin ito. Then, how can we fulfill this? This time will never come again. This kind of providential time only comes once. You will not experience this time again when you can receive direction from me and work at the center of my heart. This opportunity has never existed before in history. So when true mother give direction, witnessing, witnessing, witnessing. When true mother give direction, attend special great works, no, 4 times a year. Now, when true mother gives direction, you have to become Chonbo couple, be registered as Chonbo couple. We have to work with life and death resolve to follow this, because this is an experience of working with true mother, working on earth in the center of true mother's heart. And we are the only ones given this opportunity in all of eternity in the history of humankind, because true mother is still alive on earth, and true mother being alive on earth can only happen once in eternity. So we have to really, be crazy, brothers and sisters, to follow this direction from true mother, witnessing, witnessing, witnessing. But we have to add another one, with result, with result, with result. And finally have 1,000 spiritual children. Adju, and then take a picture of what we are doing. Submit, make a report. And finally, when we have this report, it can be registered in the Sunhak Historical Committee in Korea, that can be seen by our descendants for 10,000 generations in the future. So why do we need again to save the world? Whole purpose is for God's total happiness and for all humankind to be happy. And individual purpose to accumulate treasure from heaven and become honorable families of Chonilgu. Brothers and sisters, we are doing witnessing to save our nation and to save the world and even to save the spirit world. By doing so, we are protecting our second generation, we are protecting our blessed families, so that our blessed families will continue from generation to generation without end. This is the way we have to go. We have to absolutely unite with True Mother and do witnessing. And not only witnessing in the physical world, but witnessing in the spirit world. What is witnessing in the spirit world? Is a little bit not so complicated, because of True Parents Foundation. How do we witness to the spirit person in the spirit world? Join Chonbo events, most especially Ancestor Liberation and the Chanyang Yoksa session. Adju, let us all continuously move forward without stopping until we save the world. Let's make our children proud as we become heroes of our nation, saints for the world, and divine sons and daughters of God and true parents. Let us what? Save all of humankind in the physical world and in the spiritual world, because this is the wish of our heavenly parent, who is the parent of all humankind. Everyone should go to heaven. If only one person remain in hell, even though whoever it is remain in hell, God cannot be truly happy. This is the course, this is the way that we have to go as children of true parents. Adju, thank you so much, everyone, for listening. Kamsahamnida. Thank you.
Thank you so much po, our